Hello, and welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. This is the Crafty Corner, and I am Bima, better known as Els. And I have a little project for us today, and it's this one right here. So, I used a mini card for this, but we're going to use a regular full-size card. I'm going to give you all the measurements. They're all going to be in the description below, and I'm going to give you a supply list here in just a second. And we're going to go ahead and make this, and this one we're going to actually do all the way to the end, because obviously you can tell that this splits, and we want to kind of disguise that. So I'm going to go ahead and get out some stuff, and I'll be right back. So supplies on this one are very simple. You are going to want some liquid adhesive, ink and a dauber if you want to ink, 3x5 index card. If you don't want to use an index card, cut a piece of paper, okay? A small piece of scrap paper for a journaling spot on the back, and then your 6x6 pads and a paper trimmer, okay? So we're going to start by getting out a card. And our index cards are 3x5. And that is going to dictate the size we're going to cut the paper to. Now, a 3x5 is the absolute largest you can use for a 6x6 pad, okay? So now, we're going to get some paper. And we're going to want two pieces that are the same. Let's see. Doesn't have to be. I mean, you could use a different kind if you want. Like if I wanted to use this and this, I could certainly do that. I think I'm going to use this though. So let me grab another piece of that real quick. Okay. All right. I'm going to put that to the side. We're probably going to use that. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my two pieces. My card is 3x5, so I'm going to cut this to 4x6. Making sure they're going in the same direction. Yes, okay. That's it for the first part. Because this is going to fit in here. And then we're going to want a piece for the back. So we're going to cut this one. And we're going to cut this one to 2. And this is it. Yeah, 5 1/4. So we're going to cut this at 5 1/2. 3 1/4. I believe that's the size we want. Nope. 5 1/4. The measurements are going to be in the description. There we go. All right, so that's all 4 pieces that we're going to need to put this together, minus some decoration. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is get ready to glue all this. So we're going to ink everything, and when you come back, we're going to put it together. I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to take our 2 pieces of 4x6, and we're going to put some glue on here, if the glue bottle wants to work, all the way around, all 4 sides. I do not recommend using tape for this, and the reason is, for this part anyway, because once you put the tape in there, it doesn't dry, so if you put in your journaling card, it could get stuck. We don't want that. So, glue all the way around, and then we're going to take this one, and we're going to line it up on that one. Press it down. I know. All right, so once our glue is dry, we're going to cut this in half. So It's 4 by 6, so we're going to cut it right at 3 inches. Okay. Right at 3 inches. I'm not going to ink that edge. And I'm not going to ink it because I don't want it to show. Because my card's going to go in here. But first, I'm going to turn this side over because it matches. I'm going to turn this side over. And this card is going to go on the back. But we're only going to adhere it halfway. So we're going to put it on here, get it straight. Go ahead and turn it back over and put a line on here. This is not going to show, but you're going to go ahead and put glue on that half, okay? You could use tape here if you want to. It is entirely up to you. All right. Now, put your two halves back together. Take your card. Give them just a little bit of separation here. Put that back down. We just want to make sure that we've got it nice and straight. Okay? That's a writing space on the back. And we're going to turn the whole thing over. We're going to put our card in. That's what's going to hold this together. Okay? Now you could probably put like 2 or 3 cards in there without a problem. Okay. So now that card actually holds this together, see? Now, I'm going to do something on the front. I'm going to go and get some things, some scrap paper and stuff, and I will be right back. So part of my pad, I found this piece here, which actually matches this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this out. Okay. There we go. So now I've got that little piece. I'm going to go ahead and ink it. Now if you want to round corners or anything like that, go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to bring this over. And I'm going to put it on this side. And only about half of it. Now you could pop this up if you wanted to on some dimensionals.
Aww.
Or you could just leave it just like that, okay? So now we're going to slide that card back in. And now we have our little piece on the front. We have a little journaling card on the back. And when you open this up, you have a nice little surprise on the inside. All right. That's it. That's all I have for you. If you're new here, go ahead and push the button and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, do all that stuff. Check out the community tab here on the YouTube channel or scoot on over to my Facebook group. There's a link there that tells you, both places actually, that tells you everything that I've got going on, free classes and all that kind of thing. Check out my Ko-Fi for some free digitals, or go over to my Patreon and support the channel. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.